the viewing committee here. Camden is in her pajamas already. And they're watching the progress. Oh.
Congratulations, KyAnn. You delivered 2 babies.
Yes. Oh, hi little guy. Oh. Good morning, friends. I am back and filming a video for you today that I am very excited about. We have a goat that I'm pretty sure is giving birth. I'll give you a little backstory now, but basically we drove to Oklahoma this weekend to pick up our new goat, and she is a full Nubian goat. She's, let me think, 2019. She was born in 2019, so she's 4 years old. Yes, she's 4 years old. This is either her 3rd or 4th time kidding. I can't remember exactly. I'd have to look at her papers, but anyways, and she is very heavily bred right now. Her owner just runs the buck with the does, so she doesn't have like an exact due date as far as that goes, so we don't know exactly when she's due, but she's already made it longer than we expected her to, honestly. So we've had a hold on her for over a month at this point, but we had to wait to go get her because she was so pregnant. We had to wait until after our vacation because we didn't want her to give birth while we were gone and not have anyone here to assist if needed. She's been holding her for us, and we literally went and got her yesterday. We went up this weekend. We did it where we used to be photographers. I don't know if I shared that on here. We used to be full-time photographers, so we booked a couple sessions in the Oklahoma City area. We got to hang out with a really good friend. We took Payson with us, but left our big kids here with family and went for the weekend, and then we actually picked her up yesterday and drove her home, and it was about 4 hours from where we picked her up. One like downside for her, she's a wonderful goat. She produces a ton. She produces a ½ gallon at her peak in the past, and actually her bag is bigger than it's ever been this time, so we'll see what she does this year. But her one downside is that she's not the best mom, or at least she hasn't been in the past. So she has had several times that she has not cleaned the babies off, and one of the years before the owner knew that, they did lose a baby because it wasn't cleaned off in time and it wasn't able to breathe. So obviously that's a major thing to watch for. Anyways, so yes, we got her home. I checked her all night. It still feels like her ligaments are there. Her owner had said she's super loose. When I felt them, it still very much feels like her ligaments are there. They've definitely gotten looser even since she's been here. And the biggest thing to me is when we got her back yesterday, she was literally leaking colostrum, like just pouring out of her teats onto the ground like a stream. So I've never seen that before. That was pretty weird. And when I asked my friend that's like my goat mentor, she said typically when that happens, if it does, they kid pretty quickly. So we'll see. But she started digging and then getting up and down and laying down quite a bit more than she has been. So the digging especially, I know that's a big sign of active labor. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean she's gonna have them right now. She's not pushing right now or anything. But I just know, like I said, it was almost this exact time frame. It was like right at 10 o'clock. I think it's like, okay, it's 10:40 right now to give you a reference point. And I think it was like 10 o'clock when I first noticed anything slightly weird with S'mores. Came out, got her in the pen by like 10:30, 10:40, and she had the babies by 11:05. It was so fast. So I'm just being cautious. So we're just gonna hang out here, watch her, see if she progresses. Maybe it will be more of a typical labor where she's, you know, kind of laboring for several hours throughout the day today and doesn't give birth until later tonight, and that would be fine too. I just, like I said, I'm on the edge because of how quickly S'mores gave birth last time. I would like to capture it on here if I can, and obviously I really need to be out here to make sure that these babies get cleaned off and are, you know, healthy and okay and all those things. So we'll see. Payson is just sleeping away. I just fed her while I was watching the goat and was able to transfer her onto this blanket, so hopefully she'll just nap. I have her in the shade so that she's not getting too much sun, and I have her bounce her out here like before too if I need to transfer her. But so there's a spot for her. And then the big kids don't mind the extra boxes and hose and everything. We've been working in the garden, but they're just playing in the sandbox right now, so they are content. So honestly, this feels a lot like deja vu because this is literally exactly like pretty much what we were doing, same time frame and everything, when S'mores gave birth like 6 weeks ago. Okay, I know that was a lot of talking. Sorry, I hope that wasn't boring to listen to, but I just felt like I needed to update everyone that is following us. Maybe I'll move that to later in the video. I don't really know how it's all gonna work out, but I wanted to at least update what was going on so that you guys had an idea, because otherwise you're gonna be like, who is this goat? This is our kidding pen situation. I have a dog kennel right here, just an extra dog kennel. It's literally only there to prop my camera up so that hopefully I can record it. And on top we have lights up there right now, and that's just because last night we thought, just in case she did go in the middle of the night, we have that. It's like you charge it with a generator, or maybe anyways, and it has lights on it so you can use it without battery or anything like that. So we had that just in case she gave birth last night. But then this is our kidding pen that we have. So she's in the little house in there. She's very pretty. She's spotted. She throws a lot of spotted babies. She's got the speckled ears that I love. Like, she's very pretty and very, very friendly and sweet. It's just going to take her a little bit, I think, to warm up. And like I said, she already is more. So, and we have water in here. I actually need to refill it because some hay fell in there, so I need to refill that. And then we have some hay here that she's been eating. So that's the little setup as far as our kidding pen. You probably saw it with S'mores if you've been following our channel, and if not, you can go, I'll link here, S'mores birth video, so that you can watch that if you are interested in goats. And this is my supplies that I have out here. So I got all of the towels out just so that I had them ready to grab if they come out, because you just want to have easy access. And then the nose sucker I got out, so I had that ready. This bucket will be for molasses water, and that's just after she gives birth for energy, so I don't really need it. I just already had it here. I cleaned it out yesterday, so it's ready to go. And then I have a few things in here, different medications, gloves, I've got lube, and then the iodine for their umbilical cords. And I just put it all in an old diaper box because, you know, that's what I had. If you're new to our channel, you'll see we are very much about being resourceful with what we have and using what we have, and making it as just affordable as possible. We're in a situation where we're looking for land currently. We're in a backyard homestead situation right now and looking for land, and so we likely won't be here that much longer. So we kind of wanted to have structures that we wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't be devastating to just have to get rid of them. Aside from the time it took to build them, we plan to build nicer structures and invest a little bit more in our next space that we're going to be at a little bit longer, if that makes sense. Hi, pretty girl. How are you doing? Yeah, you're a good girl. Yeah. I know, you're still getting used to us, huh? It's okay. I don't know where this video will start since I started this video, you know, 5 or 6 days ago, and nothing has happened. But today she lost her ligaments and nothing else has really changed most of the day. We've been out here hanging out, but she hasn't had any other imminent labor signs. Went inside to start making dinner and it looked like she was pushing, and came out and she was. So she's out here, she is pushing, she has a little bit of discharge, not a lot. So we'll see, but S'mores also had just the tiniest amount before she gave birth, like an hour later. So we're hanging out here, and I'll show you what she looks like while she's pushing right now. If you can tell, she's really focused and staring off in that back corner, and she's all tensed up. That's kind of how you can tell it's a contraction. I can also tell that she's a little more open, not to be TMI, but and she does have that little teeny bit of discharge. We have a light up here. It's like, let's see what time it is, 8:43 right now. So it's probably gonna get dark pretty quick. So I do have the light, so we can use that. Hopefully you guys will be able to see and we can catch it. And my mom is here. I thought she might be, I knew her ligaments had been lost, and so my mom had wanted me to call her if we could catch her in labor. So she came over and hung out, and we thought it was pointless, but it looks like not now, because she can hang out with the kids here while I'm waiting and seeing what's gonna happen. We've been watching her all day and her ligaments have been gone, but she really hasn't acted too different. So we've been just keeping a close eye on her. And I went inside to make the kids dinner, and it looked like she was trying to push or getting in some weird positions. So I came out. She's definitely pushing, and she does have a little bit of like discharge, just a teeny bit, but so did S'mores right before she had them. So we're hanging out right now, and we'll see how long this takes.
Now she looks like she's tensed up, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm. That's what I was noticing, is like she does not do this.
Yeah, because her back is hunched up. I see that now.
And the staring off, like the viewing committee here. Camden is in her pajamas already, and they're watching the progress. I don't know how many babies she's gonna have. We'll have to see. At least one.
Or two.
Maybe.
Might be doing something. She looked like she was about to lay on her side.
Oh, I heard something too.
Yep, here she comes. What do you want me to... How exciting!
If something ever happens, it is.
Yeah.
Our water just broke, I'm telling you. So something's happened.
I missed that. Well, I
It's
was
that
talking to
back
Grandma.
there.
Oh.
She didn't squat down to pee, it just came out and it
Oh.
was like a burst and then it stopped for a few seconds and go again instead of
Okay.
like a steady stream.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure.
That's good because that lightning's getting closer. It feels like.
Good job. Accept that.
Yep. She didn't trust me, and I don't blame her because I'm really bad at
That,
cameras.
Mom, that's what I was telling you. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
When she opened her mouth real wide and moved her mouth.
What does that
oh,
mean?
things are.
Yeah, I see that.
Just-
It's when she's in pain.
Oh, what a beast. She doesn't even yell.
She's literally a beast.
Well, yeah. Dear God, we just pray that you just make this easy for her and make it easy for us and let these babies come out healthy. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. Also, she's a good mom. Amen. You got this. Breathe through it. Woosah. I know. We're here.
Hopefully not too much longer.
Not alone. I'm just curious what they look like.
Would you say that she's pushing hard now? I still don't think she's pushing very hard, right?
I don't know. I don't
I've
know.
seen enough of the videos.
I don't. They're usually laying down. They're not standing up. But she's, you know, she's her.
She's doing her own thing.
Yeah. Muffin, are you pushing hard? Just give me a 1 blink for yes, 2 blinks for no.
We could do foot paw. You know.
Yeah, yeah. 1 paw for yes.
Well,
2
there.
for no.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 though. Is that
Okay.
too far of a space though?
It's just continuous now.
That means it's coming, right?
Thinking that seems like a hard way to get babies out.
Her lips up.
Oh,
She's pushing.
yeah.
Where's face though? Because I don't really need to be ready until I need to be.
Good girl. I bet that sucks.
She's so tired.
Just resting her head against the wall. Her eyes are up.
What? Oh, there is.
I don't think you can see from there though. Am I blocking?
She's like, how are we doing? It's not a sack. Are you supposed to pull it out?
Its face isn't out.
One little hoof out the what? How long has it been? The hoof been out. 3 minutes. She said if the sack is broken, you need to start helping immediately.
I don't know if it's broken yet.
She said when the sack breaks, they start helping.
Like start pulling?
Yeah. She said I would go in and see if there's another hoof or if the head is here.
Yeah, both hoofs now. Okay, see it, it's moving.
There's the sack. There you go. You got it. You almost got it, KyAnn. Come on, baby.
She's breathing, or he, whatever.
Come on. There you go.
Oh my gosh, this is a beautiful baby. Holy crap. Can you hand me the towel?
Yep, right here. Congratulations.
There you go, Mama.
Oh my goodness. With some moon spots.
Yeah, it's got the pretty coloring. There you go.
Oh, she's cleaning her.
I'm guessing that's a boy. I don't know. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think so.
I've never seen it before. So that sounds dumb, but I'm pretty sure it's a boy. Of course it is.
The testicles.
It's beautiful. Good job. Oh, babe, tell her there's another hoof already out, and she's not pushing right now, and ask her if I need to do anything yet or not. Just the one hoof. I don't see any face yet or anything.
Got a pretty baby, Muffin.
Pretty baby, isn't it?
With moon spots all over him. She said I would. She's probably really tired, so I would start helping
Pull
her.
without her pushing, or wait for her to push.
Oh, oh. It's just.
Just sliding out.
Yep. Oh, there you go, baby.
Boy or girl? Oh, she's being a good mama.
Oh, look at you.
KyAnn, congratulations, KyAnn. You delivered two babies.
Yes. That's awesome.
Like actually delivered.
Girl.
Yes.
She has no spots.
Yeah, of course.
At least that we can see right here.
She's moving more than the other one. The other one's not really doing much.
He's breathing. Might have been. Maybe I should have pulled earlier. But yes, this one's not.
Oh, there, that one's starting to perk up.
Good job. I could tell she was lost. She was standing up. Something, it doesn't feel hard, but it feels heavy, I guess. Not just squishy.
So is she still cleaning her?
Yeah, she can reach over here too. So she if anything else comes out, we'll probably need one of the other towels. Yep, you're almost there. You're almost
This one's already trying to stand.
there. The boy
Yeah.
or the girl?
Nope, the girl's trying too.
Oh, is she?
For a second, it looked like she was. Yeah. That was hard work. Just flopped right over.
You're going the wrong way.
Just
Oh, there.
good girl.
Oh,
Good
good.
girl, Muffin. She's not having to be held at all or anything. She's doing awesome.
Now
I
that
don't know
one's
if he can really get
eating.
to the other one. Oh, good job.
And there's lots of milk in there.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, he is.
So beautiful. That's what she was saying, how beautiful he was. Text Parcel.
Good job, baby. Maybe I should move him.
Or he eats the ear off.
We're gonna have to try and find that one down there. It's all the way in there. Oh.
And there's a hoof in front of it.
Don't we only have like feed your child here? Am I supposed to keep helping him, or
Yeah. I would for a second.
can I help him for a
Did
second?
he get any or no?
I don't. Maybe a little, like a drop or two.
Did he get any some?
Tell you. Yes.
Sounds like it.
Yes, now yes. There. That's a good baby. And a good mama. And
Are
a
you
good
holding
human
her,
helper.
Or is she letting him?
She's letting him. I'm not holding her at all.
She's holding him because he's weak.
Yep. He's not staying on unless I have my hand on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop taking it. Stop. Have they latched on their own yet?
She has. She might have some white spots on her when she dries off. We're hanging out out here and watching. She has cleaned them off so well. No issues whatsoever. She has totally cleaned them off on her own. And the girl has latched a few times. We helped the boy. He was not getting it in his mouth at all. So we helped him, and he has gotten colostrum because it's really important for them to get it in the first hour. And she's let the girl latch on her own. The boy has not been able to do it yet. So we're watching to keep an eye to see if she's letting them latch enough that we can let them go through the night, or see if we need to give them a bottle or what. So Matt just got Muffin, is her name. We named her Muffin if we haven't said that yet. Her molasses water, which is like an energy boost after kidding, so she's drinking that. And we're gonna keep an eye out and see how they're latching. It is at this point 12:05 a.m. He's so close. Let's see if he can actually get it in his mouth or not. Update from the kidding pen. It's less than 12 hours later. Everyone is doing really awesome. Both the babies are doing great. I've seen the girl get up and latch this morning. I haven't seen the boy yet, but he's been pretty sleepy, so I'm keeping an eye on him. And she did great. She cleaned them all off and everything. She's so far letting them nurse that I've seen. So like I said, I haven't seen yet this morning the little boy eat. I just need to keep an eye on that. But they're doing really great. We need to get them some fresh bedding in here since it was the middle of the night, obviously, last night. We're gonna add some of that real quick. We're gonna let the kids meet them, and then we're actually gonna head to church since we'll only be gone just a little bit. Come right back and make sure they're doing good, but they seem to be doing great. I was a little worried about this little boy last night. He just took a little while. The girl kind of got up and started walking and just seemed a lot more active, a lot quicker. Now he was a big kid, so I've heard that if they don't get colostrum right away, their blood sugar can drop, especially if they're a bigger kid. So we did help him to get some colostrum, but he did a little better, and then he still was like standing there just looking like he was falling over. He just didn't look great. So I got him a little bit of Probios, a probiotic boost. I gave him that, and then I actually went and got him a bottle because she wasn't letting him latch, and he just didn't. He was trying to find the teat, but he could not figure it out, and then when he'd get close, he couldn't get it in his mouth very well. So I thought maybe if I gave him a bottle, get him a little bit in him, he'll have a little more energy. So I gave him about 3 ounces last night before he went to bed, and he seemed to perk up some. So like I said, I'm keeping an eye on him this morning because I want to make sure that he is getting some colostrum and getting some milk and able to drink and everything like that. But he's just been a little bit slower, so just making sure that they're doing okay. Hey, you should go in there and see. Just look and see how many babies you see.
Look over by Muffin.
She has 2 babies?
I ran back there and
2 babies? Oh my goodness.
But there you go.
There. Good job.
Noxie's saying hi to it.
You saying hi, Bubba? What do you think, Noxie? How many babies are there, Bubba? How many babies are there? No. He's still tired. You take a little bit to warm up. Are they so cute, Noxie?
No.
Oh.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I did special boy.
You put straw on the boy?
No, I did special.
You just pet her.
Oh, you bless you on the boy. Is that what you said? He sneezed on the boy. Hi friends. Okay, I don't know that I've gotten on to give you like an actual update of how everything went. Obviously you saw it, but it went very smoothly. Honestly, it did progress quickly once she actually had some discharge, but all day it was very slow until then, and it was like less than 2 hours until the kids were on the ground from when she had the first sign of discharge. So fairly quickly. S'mores was like an hour. So I don't know if that is typical of goats. I've only had 2 goats kid here, but both of them have been very quick once the discharge showed up. Like I said, it went very smoothly overall. I noticed her pushing, we came out, and then I would say she was actively pushing really hard for probably 20 or 30 minutes. I'd have to look at the timestamps for sure. And we saw hooves sticking out. And so I was watching it, and what I didn't fully realize as a newbie, I should have, because I've watched so many birth vlogs, but I'm just gonna be honest and transparent here. I didn't really realize that the sac had burst for whatever reason. With S'mores, it all came out in a bubble. And once the sac bursts, you really want to get off their face right away. But I think because I saw hooves first and no face, I didn't really think about the fact that they could aspirate in there. And so thankfully Matt was messaging, you can see in the video, my friend that is my goat mentor, and she was messaging her and she was giving us feedback and saying that once you can see hooves in the sac, it's broken, you don't want to let them stay in there too long. So I did go in and kind of helped loosen her up a little bit, because she was pushing really hard and not making much progress. The hoof would come out a little more, and then the second hoof did come out, and I could see that it was lined up right as far as the feet went, but I couldn't see it face yet, and I couldn't figure out why. So at that point is when I started pulling feet, and then the head came out, and I realized that 1, it was a big kid, and 2, I'm pretty sure, I'll have to look back at the video for sure, but I'm pretty sure his head was coming out like back over his shoulder instead of forward, because I didn't ever see his nose. I knew the head was coming out, I could tell that, but I did not see the nose, and the first thing I saw was his tongue up and moving around. So I'm pretty sure he had his face like back like this, and then his tongue sticking out this way. So I did pull him out. He was okay, but he did take a little bit to, he wasn't quite as active as the second one, and I think honestly he was just in there maybe a little bit too long. He's doing great now, but next time I will definitely pull quicker if I see that happen where the bubble is broken. Now I know that, and thankfully it didn't end in anything horrible, but that's something I definitely learned for next time. And then right after she pushed that one out and she got him out, almost like literally immediately, I could see another hoof coming out, and so we waited a second and she wasn't pushing. I consulted my friend and she said she would go ahead and pull, because that sac was also broken, because you could just see the hoof, no bubble or anything. And so that one I started pulling and she came out like almost immediately. It was very, very quick. So I'm grateful that I have experience pulling a kid now, because I was nervous about that. It was not as hard as I anticipated. I mean, it was physically, it was a little bit hard. Like I can see now, because people will say some goats are like so hard, like it physically is very exerting to pull them out, and I could feel like you actually have to pull, like it's not just gonna slide out, like you have to pull with it. But I thought it would be very scary to feel like I was gonna break something on the kid or anything. I didn't really feel like that. Now granted, it was in a pretty good position, it wasn't all tangled up or anything like that, and I haven't had to reposition kids yet, so I am still nervous for whenever that happens. I'm sure I'll feel more experienced when it comes, but I know how to check a goat now, I know how to pull a kid, so we've experienced that, and it went really well. And she's being an awesome mom, which is such a shock to us. We did not think she would be, but she's doing great. She had a few issues at first with trying to kick them off of nursing, but she let them latch with us holding the teat totally fine, and she's been fine since the placenta came out as far as letting them latch. So anyways, yeah, it went smooth overall. My thoughts are kind of all over the place, but we are coming out now and we're going to dip the kids' cords in iodine, and we're going to clean her up. We're gonna deworm her, because goats are very sensitive to worms, and when they kid, their immune systems are shot and they're very susceptible to having too high of a worm load. And we haven't dewormed after kiddings in the past. We like to treat things naturally and wait for symptoms to occur before we treat. However, with her having just moved to our little farm, and she's from 4 hours away and all of that, and the stress of everything, I think we're just going to be safe this time and go ahead and deworm her. So we're going to do that, give her a probiotic boost, a vitamin B boost, give the kids a probiotic boost, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else. She's a little swollen on one side, and I've noticed the kids aren't latching on to that side, so I'm going to milk out that side and see if that helps, so that they can be latching on both sides instead of just the one. So that's what we're going to do really quick. got some colostrum milked out. We will freeze this and keep this in case we need it for future babies, or if we need it for these babies even for some reason. She was definitely very full, so we got quite a bit out. I apologize if this video is all over the place. I don't even know, because I filmed it over several days. It was kind of hard to keep track of what I had already told you and what I hadn't, but I hope it was enjoyable to watch. If you're new around here, I share a lot about our backyard goats, our backyard homestead, our family life, all of those kind of things. And if you like that kind of content, I would love for you to subscribe and follow along on our YouTube channel and be a part of this little YouTube community. We absolutely love this community, and we're so happy to have you here. Bye, friends. To come give her a treat, Camden. Oh, that's very sweet.
I pick it off down and then hold it.
Yeah. Yeah, just grab her collar
Oh.
and see if she'll move a little bit. Say, come in. There you go. Yep, there you go. Now you can get back there.
Hi, it is me. It is me.
You gonna pet him?
Hey,
She's saying hi to her babies
why?
because she loves them. Can you pet on them? Oh, hi, little guy. Oh, did you give her a hug? You do it to the little guy?
Why?
Very sweet.